and listen. Enjoy the show. Come and listen to Soundtrack TV. With the best in time. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. To Soundtrack TV. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. To Soundtrack TV. Veronica the boss. For Soundtrack TV. She here to give you the best. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Soundtrack TV.
I love
Soundtrack TV is here. We here to inform you, listen and be inspired. Soundtrack TV is here. We the best now in time. Oh, listen and be inspired. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. To Soundtrack TV. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. To Soundtrack TV. Veronica the boss. For Soundtrack TV. She here to give you the best. Come and listen everybody. To Soundtrack TV. We here to give you the best. Come and listen. Enjoy the show. Come and listen to Soundtrack TV. With the
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, per your location. My name is Leon Sewon Twazama, and it is a very special edition here of the Samdra Communication Network as we look at the post analysis of Liberia's 179th birth anniversary. You know, Liberia gained independence in 1847, and we subtract that by 2026. Liberia is now 179 years, of freedom. It's not easy. The road to 173 have not been an easy one. It has been a one where we are going to, talk about today. We'll dive into the conversations, looking at from different aspect of the show. We joined today in studio by Pastor John Zebedee Dogba. He is the founder of the Life Mission Prayer and Deliverance Ministry. Reverend Dogba is part of our Sandra Communication Network team, where he talks about the spiritual aspect of the country, what they are facing. Reverend Dogba will come online, give his analysis on the spiritual side of Liberia's Independence Day celebration. We'll also have in studio Ambassador Josephus D.N. Graham, who celebrates his birthday today. We will also have in studio Mrs. Veronica Graham will be here today. All of our panelists will be here as we look at Liberia post Independence Day celebration. But first and foremost, I want to say happy birthday to you, Ambassador Graham. Happy birthday to you. Ambassador Graham is celebrating another birthday, my man. It is great. It is great that we are here in Liberia's post-independence. But first and foremost, we want to say happy birthday to Ambassador Josephus and Graham. He celebrate another national celebration. It's always a great thing when we gather and we celebrate 365 days of God's goodness on earth. Like I said, we are here to discuss Liberia's 179th anniversary that held in the beautiful city of Buchanan in Grand Bassa County. We'll talk about that. We'll update you of our 1 year anniversary. Great things are coming. Big things are coming. We'll talk about that. We'll also, just give you our unbiased opinion on how Liberia is. I think this is President Bwaga's second or third anniversary celebration. What I said there so far. Our manager in Liberia is there. She is the If you get anything you want to talk about Sana TV, don't contact me. I don't know nothing about it. I'll redirect you to to Miss Cole. Miss Cole is the front runner of Sana Network. Do not contact me. I'm not know nothing about in Liberia. I don't want to get in trouble for my boss at it. But guys, it's good to have all of you on the show here today. Let's 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 get. I wouldn't say I'll put analysis. Let's get the feeling. Pastor Dogma, how you feeling today, boss? Yeah, I'm muted, so let me unmute you.
It's so great.
Good, good. That's good. That's good. I see Pastor is ready to dissect the Independence Day for every angle spiritually. So in studio we have Ambassador Josephus Grams. So uh Ambassador Grams, how you doing today, buddy? I know it's a birthday. I mean, how you feeling? How you feeling? Talk to us.
Yeah, Leon, I'm very grateful to God for adding plus 1 year to my current age. Grateful to everyone who, one way or the other, gave me a peaceful and a happy birthday wishes, of which I'm surprised and I'm happy and grateful to God Almighty. You know that other people are wishing to see their birthday, but some couldn't make it at it is. There are so many circumstances that we cannot identify. But however, we want to be grateful to God for adding plus one. So let's say thank you to Central TV for the Freedom Birthday Week. Thank you to all of our team members, especially our manager in Liberia, Mrs. Cole, for at least accepting me to be on the platform and wishing me a happy, prosperous
Hey,
birthday celebration.
don't ask about Australia today. Don't ask about Australia today. I hire you hide that. Don't start with us. But because we are having a conversation, very important conversation, I will ask that if there's a noise in the background, if you're able to relocate, we'll appreciate that because we don't want having some. But let's get remarks from the indomitable Fico. I mean we call small call interviewing, but we call Fico on the show. But indomitable. How you doing today, man? Manager, talk to us. How's the ground rolling in your office as manager of the network?
I'm here doing great and so happy to be here tonight as we jointly wish our own ambassador Josephus a very, very happy birthday and wish you many, 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 many joyous birthdays and you will fulfill a lot of things for Samja TV. We are here celebrating you all day, all night. Hope you are enjoying this special day. This special edition of the show. I hope you are also enjoying your special birthday. But again, guys, we are excited to be here to talk about the elaborate celebration of our Independence Day in Liberia and the diaspora. And, a lot of things to talk about. It's exciting to celebrate the 179th birthday of our country, Liberia. A country like this needs to be celebrated. So, welcome all of you. Join us. Let's discuss. Let's talk about the issues. Let's have some fun in our discussions. Thank you very much, Neil. I'll join the
Absolutely.
point before.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Very beat out the order. We gotta protect that tattoo for all angle. I don't know if you
Of
want me
course.
to, if you want me to run point or should I let you take over or should I continue? It's up to you.
Let's do point by point. Yeah, you run the
Okay.
point.
So
We'll get
so so
discussing.
so I mean, guys. So Liberia is 179 years. Liberia gained her independence in 1847. If our history can set us free, we fought 29 years of civil war. We seen you know Liberia being destroyed. But one thing you cannot take from Liberia is resilient. Liberia will bounce back. Liberia will fight back. We are not there yet. So considering 179 years, what is one thing as a Liberian that you can say, that I'm proud to be a Liberian? What is one thing that you can identify to say I'm a Liberian, I'm proud of it? Let's start with Ambassador Grant. Oh, it's Ambassador Grant, since it's a birthday. one thing that brings pride to you as a Liberian?
For
Yeah,
me, one
so
of the things my mic is all right. One of the
Yeah,
things
go ahead.
that brings so my mic is muted.
You good? You good? You good?
Okay. So, like I was saying, one of the things that brings so much pride to me as a Liberian is the fact that we recognize each other when we are outside Liberia. We recognize ourselves, we stand by each other outside Liberia, even more than when we are in Liberia. Liberians will be outside and be fighting for one another. They will make sure that they will stand by you. But by the time you get to Liberia, you people reach home, forget it. You can have your war at home or in the house. You can have your war in Liberia. You can have all the conflict. By the time Liberians meet outside, they see that one person is being taken advantage of. Liberians will stand up for that person. That makes us to feel that we are a country, we are a people. In Liberia, another thing is we are so full of hospitality. We treat everyone, even our market, with the same price. Even our market. If you go to countries in Raya to sell you, the other places, trust me, they will give you a full different price by the time your tongue changes when it comes to speaking the English. If you go to somebody in Ghana and say how much for this thing, the first thing they look at you and they'll show you that you Liberian. If that thing is $5, they will tell you $10. Unlike us here in Liberia, if it is $50, it is $50. Whether you can speak the last language coming from wherever, we are very accommodative. You will pay that same amount of money your first pay. We don't have that system where you when another person speaks and they sound like Nigeria or they sound like Ghanaian or Guinean, and you say you want to double the price so they can buy at the expense of foreigners price. We don't have it yet, and that is one unique thing we have. We are just accommodative. That's who we are. Trust me.
That's good. Absolutely. Liberians, we are accommodative set of people. That is the proud that our manager takes from being a Liberian. So Ambassador Graham, let's hear you. 2 minutes. What is one thing, because we got a lot to talk about today? We're just trying to get warmed up. What is one thing that brings pride to you as a Liberian?
yeah, so thank you, Leon, and thank you to guests in studio. One thing that brings pride to me as a Liberian is looking at our cultural heritage of Liberia. That's one thing that brings pride to me. Celebrating Liberia's 179th Independence Day, telling us that we are independent. We are not depending on any other country for in terms of development or whatever. Looking at what His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakat and President Jeremiah Kwankun has done for this country, and even former President Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Manuel, we should pay courtesy to those people who have brought light to our country in terms of development, in terms of bringing the country to the world map. You know,
Very well.
we keep improving, we keep doing to another. It is because we are united. One thing, one of the debate that stems from in this country that we need to adhere to is, the love of liberty that brought us here or met us here. I don't know which one brought us here or is met, actually met us here. But actually, Liberians are enjoying the freedoms of liberty. So we are gearing. This is why you see in Liberia, whenever the Independence Day is approaching, Liberia gears in numerous occasions, planning different kinds of events to celebrate Liberia's Independence Day. So one thing that bring pride to me as a Liberian is the cultural heritage, looking at our traditional side. Even though Liberia have 15 counties, in the republic or in the circle belt of Liberia. But one thing we should take into consideration is our traditions, where we came from. We have 16 tribes, and we, like you said, Liberia gains independence since July 26, 1821. Uh, looking at what Liberia have gone through, 14, 21 years of civil crisis in Liberia. And today, Liberia can say no to war. Liberia can say no. We are no longer involved into war. We are fighting freedom. We are seeing how better citizens can elevate from this present stage to another level. So one thing we say thank you to His Excellency Joseph Yimambuaka and Honorable Jeremiah Bankun for the effort applied in always celebrating and bringing pride to our nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Graham. Today your birthday, so I'll give you the grace because I said too many take it. Today your birthday, so you get to have that you get to have that grace. So for me, right, one thing that I'm very, very proud to be a Liberian is the fact that, like I said, we are resilient. There is nothing about Liberia, everything about Liberia I love. The Liberian independence here in Minnesota was big. It was big. And it brings me a lot of joy to see Liberians are united everywhere that we go. Put politics aside, we are always united. So I think I love that about Liberians, and the fact that you tell them here Liberians know how to adapt. You tell them here you carry Nigeria, we'll speak Pidgin. You tell them here you carry Austin, we'll speak Spanish, right? So, but there are more to talk about today. So thank you guys for sharing your wonderful thoughts. Your wonderful thoughts with us. So we will definitely get started to have the most important conversations of the day. And bear with us, guys. I know we normally take an hour to the show, but today we might go beyond an hour because of very special edition. We want to hear all of our hosts give from their opinions about trending issue. But guys, Liberia celebrates 179 years of independence. Is so how we describe this year independence? What are some of the things that you will highlight about it in general? How will you describe it? We'll start with Ms. Cook. How will you describe this year independence celebration? Are you there?
Come again.
So Liberia celebrated 179 years of freedom, and we've seen on Facebook and every social media outlets that Liberians turn up. So 179 years of freedom. How will you describe it in your own opinion, in your own word? How will you describe it? The joy that we saw in Buchanan City in Grand Bassa County. How will you describe that?
To be frank, Grand Bassa was lit. Yeah, it was. Look, I didn't go to Grand Bassa, and I really felt bad why I didn't go. And you see, a lot of things happen in Grand Bassa. First thing first, let's say a very big thank you to the superintendent, the newly appointed superintendent of Grand Bassa. I know he worked with the county caucus and I know the youth and that of people, but that one makes it a superintendency, working with people who you and they can share the same views, working together with a team of people who understand you and who really wants to work. Grand Bassa was so beautiful over the weekend. Everything was so unique. So unique. And it's like this new superintendent has the mind to develop Grand Bassa. He went beyond what I know he went beyond what the caucus even expected him to do. A lot of good things happened in Grand Bassa over the week, and I watched from the bridge. I've been seeing the new welcome sign from the Grand Bassa to the Frampton River there, and the dedication of that on Thursday. I followed it up to some of the small projects in the community, including the superintendent's compound that they dedicated, that were renovated and so beautiful. They renovated the park, the new park that is a small park in the town, the fairground, the look of it, the preparation from the preparation stage. I saw unity in Grand Bassa. That's truly the home of hospitality. So they were like, they really planned to host this year's event, or the superintendent and his team, which is the caucus, did a very wonderful job in working together to make sure that this Independence Day will be peaceful, will be well attended, well celebrated. There were people from all walks of life in Grand Bassa, the traditional people, the cultural troops from different counties, working from different counties to share cultural experience, parade the streets of Grand Bassa, make everything look so unique. Even those the printing press that printed wonderful t-shirts. The people who brought the wonderful lapas and all had our people wearing traditional the lapas, the traditional color. Let me, I'm wearing my red and white, you know, uh, 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 jacket, and I am a blue tricycle right now because I could not make it to go there. But it was so unique. People were wonderfully dressed in their various uniforms. The Bassa choir, and performed so well. The imams, the clergy, in fact, the entire religious community, they had a wonderful, wonderful experience in Gabon. If I want to create that, and one of the things that I listened to an interview with that of Ambassador Julie Annie this morning on Spoon when it happened. The interview was yesterday, but I just listened to it this morning, and I was so proud of her. The Ministry of Culture, the Cultural and Tourism, look, they are doing extremely well. They are working with everybody they can work with. They made Judy to prepare a wonderful float. I wish we could have that same kind of float for our 1 year anniversary on Sandra TV. Oh, a beautiful float. Oh, with a design on it. And she always like to dress like the cultural self. So she was so wonderfully dressed. The team, the broad cultural group from different areas. We saw what we refer to when we're small, when we're kids, as the devils, those traditional masquerade. We saw them
Yeah, yeah.
display. Everybody had a part to play. Mass choir singing religious songs. Imam at the most praying. People were so wonderful. The beginning was so lit up, and one of the things that spiced it up was the lighting of the city. Yes. I don't want to take everybody's time, let everyone share the idea, but the lighting
Yes,
of the
thank
city
you.
was timely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There are a lot of topics to discuss today. So, Pastor, are you there? You've been in and out for a minute. Are you there? You are muted, sir. Hello?
Are you hearing me?
We are now. We are hearing you
Yeah, go
loud and
ahead.
clear. We are hearing loud and clear. So, Pastor, right before you give your statement concerning the Liberia anniversary, there was a question that was posed to everyone, and it's only fair that you answer that question. The question that I asked everyone was, being a Liberian, Liberia celebrated 179 years of freedom. Guys, remember, it's not existing, right? It's freedom. What is one thing that you are proud of to be called Liberian? And in addition to that, how would you describe the Independence Day celebration in Grand Bassa? 5 minutes.
I'm indeed grateful to God for
Okay, Pastor's having some connectivity issues. We'll try to bring him on when we face that issue. But over to you, Ambassador Grams. I don't know if you heard the question asked earlier on. The question was very, very simple. I want to hear your opinion. Liberia being 179 years in freedom, we celebrated the Independence Day in Grand Bassa, the Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County, one of the beautiful counties in Liberia. I would love to say, if my history can set me right, one of the three original counties, of Liberia. We this year went to celebrate it in Grand Bassa County. in your own way, how would you describe Liberia's 179 years celebration as the activities were held in Buchanan City? Where you from, Grandpa? Go ahead, buddy. 2 minutes.
Okay, so Leon, thank you ever so much, and we always appreciate Liberia for the kind of work they are doing. Especially all praises go to the present government and those contributing towards the success of our country. One thing that draw my attention to Liberia is that the Independence Day was very successful. It was kind of a good where people turn up, people from all over the 15 countries of the Republic of Liberia was able to get up for this 179th anniversary of Liberia, wherein there was a series of activities. But one thing that drew my attention why those projects that is essential to be dedicated to Grand Bassa County, because there was a huge amount of projects that were dedicated to Liberia, to Grand Bassa County. Looking at Compound 3 market that was dedicated by His Excellency, the Honorable Vice President Jeremiah Kwankun, and the President dedicated his footpaths, and you just name the rest of the others of them. But you see, one thing, Grand Bassa has been my homeland. There where I hail from. I was born to the government hospital in Grand Bassa County. But for the past time, let's talk about Nyamdi Kanga Lawrence. Nyamdi Kanga Lawrence has been re-elected for the past 2 years now. And Nyamdi Kanga have failed to bring up electricity to Grand Bassa only because the president and the vice president were visiting Grand Bassa County for the independence celebration.
How do you know that?
Yeah, because for the past 2 years, Nyamdi Kanga now provide electricity for the people of Grand Bassa County. It was just recent when the president and the vice president, because there were so many there were high profile senior government officials, including the president and the vice president. That's the reason she electrified the
Yombly is not the superintendent of Buchanan.
Yeah, but she worked closely with the superintendent of Grand Bassa County. Let's take instance for the superintendent house. Let's take a flashback at the superintendent house, looking at the we are government. I listened to Empire TV from Grand Bassa. I also listened to the live coverage of Ablige TV from Grand Bassa, giving an analysis about the superintendent house during the we are region and president. Look, they may build a luxurious compound. Where did he get the money from? Are we elaborating questions to know where did he got the money from? How did he raise the money to build such a unique compound? That's a presidential residence. So while we celebrate, why it's essential that we celebrate our 179th Independence Day in Liberia, we should be questioning the Grand Bassa Congo, the legislative Congo of Grand Bassa, to provide clarity. One, about the recent protests that were held by students of the Grand Bassa University about they don't have access to their school no longer because of the heavy pool of rain that broke down the bridge. What did the superintendent did? What did the senator did? What did the representative of those electoral districts did? It is true that we celebrating.
Let me hold you for a second, right? Let me hold you for a second. And that's why we are having this conversation today on this network. So your concern is the fact that Senator Lawrence have not brought electricity to Grand Bassa County, and because of independence, now Buchanan have electricity. Am I right?
Exactly.
So whose responsibility it is to bring electricity in Grand Bassa? Is it a senator? Is it a representative? Is it a superintendent? Is it the coordinator of the LEC? I mean, I want to know. I want to know.
The development superintendent is responsible for bringing electricity, but then the development superintendent works closely with LEC substations in Grand Bassa.
Absolutely.
But what is the impact of the senator? What is the impact of the superintendent? What is the impact of the various district representative? What impact they play? Have they had
So
couples of meetings?
but then those questions should not be to Yomli. It should be to those lawmakers who are representing their various seats. Because
Yeah, but Yomli,
if you are saying Yomli is not the president of Grand Bassa, or those who
but
represent
Yomli
Grand
are
Bassa
taking the
in
vote.
the senator,
Yomli
in the
are taking the
senator.
forefront. Yomli are taking the forefront. You witness. Look, a rival of the president was on the 23rd, which was Wednesday. And
Yeah.
most of the process was going to Yomli Kanga Lawrence. That thank you, Yomli Kanga, for electrifying district, for electrifying the principal school of Buchanan. Why they didn't get present to the developmental superintendent? Eh? Why they didn't get present to those representatives that represent the electoral districts of Grand Bassa County?
So
Only Yomli Kanga.
how many districts it is in Grand Bassa? How many districts it is in Grand Bassa?
I still to be corrected. Probably it will
Mhm.
be four or five
Okay.
districts, electoral districts
So
in
there are
Grand Bassa
four or
County.
five districts in Grand Bassa County, right? And you are telling
Yeah.
me, I mean, you are telling us right now that because our current have not been to Grand Bassa in, for how long? The first time ever, right, in the history of Grand Bassa County. So you are going straight to the senator. You are skipping your local leadership. You are skipping your county superintendent, your representative. You go straight to the senator. So that's my point. Why we just go straight to the senator and say ask the senator? Why we can't ask the lawmakers of that district?
Because in most of the headlines, the senator carry all of the presses, most of the headlines. Let's take for instance, let's go back. Let's take a flashback to Empire TV presentation. Let's take an instance for Ablije TV, for
Yeah.
Radio Western. Radio Western. These are close stations for Grand Bassa that we follow, and most of the presses, even ELBC, when you listen to some of the interview from concerned citizens of Grand Bassa County, all presses were given to Yomli Kanga Lawrence. Why? Because Yomli Kanga was the president that applied effort in bringing legislation to Grand Bassa County. Why? Because of the developmental superintendent.
But see, let me hold you for a second. Let me bring in the political expertise of Samja Network, because on this show we got political expertise. So my manager, right? Let's break this down for a second. Because I think we have two opposing views. Let's get your own opinion on this matter, right? And again, it's no right or wrong. So Pastor Grams is saying that's not everything that happened during this celebration of Liberia's independence. We are happy that Liberia now, that Grandmother now have current, quote unquote. But his question is, why didn't Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence light up the street of Buchanan? Why wait until Liberia's Independence Day? What is your? And I was like, why we just come straight for Yomli like that? What happened to the lawmakers? What's the opinion on that issue? We'll continue.
Grams, you gotta appreciate the fact that you have had several pro temporaries coming from your county. That is a blessing for Grand Bassa County. But then honor this pro temporary, the first female one from your county, you are able to see electricity for the first time. Because for you, it's the first time. Even me, I was very small when there was electricity in Grand Bassa. I can't vouch for it. But when you people were born, you didn't see it at all. There have been pro temporaries coming from Grand Bassa County. Grand Bassa are lucky with people who are educated and who have been members of parliament and holding stand-up positions always. But if this white people will not hear Yomli, I'm a woman, don't forget about the female solidarity part. Yomli has laid a premise for any other woman in Grand Bassa to follow. Any other woman. Yomli was a major influence. You know Yomli, and you know she drives to that county every Thursday after session and stay there Friday, Saturday, Sunday before coming back on Monday. especially if she doesn't have too much meetings. If I have meetings, she carry it over there to her house to make that place lively, to keep it up. And that's the reason why others are following her footsteps to be going to Grand Pastor over the weekends. And she has been very influential when it comes to the electricity in our county. Yes, the development superintendent has his role to play. In fact, the entire caucus has a role to play. But if the pro tempore county is hosting the independence and she says back and limit her work to parliament and with a development superintendent and with a county superintendent or LEC or whoever are the donors to just go there and do the work and don't go there, you will sit right on this platform and complain that she didn't do anything at all. She didn't do anything for the county, and it was a development superintendent initiative and all of that. Meanwhile, if these things were not done or were not done properly, people will not be praising her either. Because you can be the fourth person in government. Then the independence coming to your county and the county is dirty. No, you can't be. So you gotta put a lot of effort in making the president. Why do you think the president drove to Yomi's house? Why do you think the president drove to Yomi's house after the program? We took a ride in your compound. We followed every little thing that happened in Grand Pastor. We followed because she needed to show the people of Grand Pastor that she is with them. And if this man is the president, he comes to our country, let him come in one or two houses where we live. Let him see our places. She just brought Grand Pastor to light. A few years ago, you had the other senator was the pro tempore. How much of these things happen? Today is happening. You must employ her for a join the team and employ your senator for the level of work and cooperation and the way she has brought, this independent, they have brought Grand Pastor people together even more. They are very supportive right now of one another. See how the traditional leaders work with the religious leaders yesterday, the few days. See how the young people work with women group. See how they came out to work to make your county proud. See how people join hands in efforts with that of the government. Not limiting to say, oh, are the superintendent or are the county authority, they didn't want receiving their money. All of these things was because the efforts that the pro-tem has been making. See how 5 journalists have left Grand Pastor for various local radio stations, community radio stations in Grand Pastor to go to another country to study. And that will not be the end. Upon the return, another 5 will be going under the same Yombli Kangalore, under the pro tempore. That's a boost for us, for your county. So we will join hands to celebrate her. Because those things are happening now. They should have been happening. It's part of your legislative responsibility. It should have been happening. But now it's happening. So let's applaud that. Let's applaud it for happening. Okay? That's my stand on that before we go to the next.
Thank you. So absolutely. Sometimes when things happen, we know that it's not in the right time. It's not. It's been overdue, but at the same time, we are ought to be very, 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 very grateful and appreciative for whatever the government is doing. I think a very big kudos to the leadership for even trying to light up Buchanan. For me, I'm from Nimba, but sometimes it's good that when you come back home, you want to visit Buchanan and things like that. So let's move on, guys. There are a lot of things to talk about today. We have seen, or one of the things that we noticed over the past time is the student movement, the SUP. I want to talk about SUP because I am passionate about student politics and student involvement. So in general, I think the highlight was in Buchanan as it was to like Monserrato. But we've heard stories about SUP. The SUP, the protests against the government, the protests So let me start with Pastor Grams, right? You are a student leader. You are, a young advocate. You are an ambassador. What is your view on the SUP protesting on Liberia Independence Day? And how was that protest? Did it use any fruit? Do you think it was successful or not?
Thank you so much, Leon. And one thing I would like to say to you is it's constitutional about those protests that are being held by either of those civil society organization. The issue about SUP being protesting for job and justice, I think from my perspective, I would like to say it was kind of a fruitful because just in the second after the president had been elected for the period of 6 years, just in his second sooner, the State of Nation of Address, the president told us, gave us, we Liberian, potential Liberian like us, and told us that he gave 70,000 jobs to youth. So, and the Ministry of Information is yet to justify how this 70,000 jobs has been distributed among youth. So, SUP Student Unification Party was right to protest. Yes, while we celebrate Independence Day in Grand Bassa County, let the president or the information minister or the minister of state for presidential affairs be able to tell us we are potential Liberians. Be able to tell it is true that you provide 70,000 jobs for youth, but how those jobs were created and how they were distributed. How they were distributed. The president of the Republic of Liberia has failed to tell us. So there is no job in the country. There is no job in the country. Look, Leon, just a recent something from Ministry of Youth and Sports. Ministry of Youth and Sports are put up vacancy for 3,500, of which they received 8,000 applications. Yes, you are looking for 3,500 applicants, but you receive 8,000 applicants. What's alternative plan you have for them? Bro, some of all we apply, but it was pick and choose. That I can stand before the Minister of Youth and Sport, Minister Kura, and tell her that there was a clear pick and choose. So protest this gone 26 was a reminder to the government of Liberia, telling them about the job and justice. We look at in our country, we have two different job classes that is in the country. The job sucker that was at the Rabat International Airport, the 19.2 million job sucker that was at the Rabat International Airport, of which the president refused to speak about. The president says that just something. The president has not released a statement about the job sucker at the airport, of which allegedly the vice president of the Republic of Liberia is being involved into this job sucker. And evidence base have been proven by Spoon Network. But the president is yet, even the police director, always giving us a patient statement saying Liberians should be patient. They are going through thorough investigation. Yeah. CCTV had leaked up how the drugs arrived at the international airport. What's the net plane? Who are those? The car that carried the drugs to the airport. Have you found a means to investigate that car? The drug that arrived? The guy who blow the alarm of the drug sucker, the drugs issue at the Rabat International Airport? Let's leave that, right? Just recently at the VOA, right? At the VOA Dwason, there was a huge amount of drugs that have been seized, of which they involving the former president George Manuel Weah into it, and which is not prudent at all. Look, Leon, the fact that I make business with you, the fact that you know computer and I bring my t-shirt to you to print my t-shirt, it doesn't give you the credence that I tell you, oh, Leon go sell drugs. They brought photos about one of the clients that have been highly involved into the drug sucker at the Rabat International Airport, of which the vice president Jeremiah Kun denied it. He said he don't know that man. He's a
was alleged.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Allegedly, right? of which the vice president denied. The vice president said he was a proper figure, so anybody can stand when you take photo. No, come on, man, Leon. Yeah, 6V.
So let me hold you for a second. Let me hold you for a second. Let's not deviate from the topic, right? The topic is the issue of soup protesting, right? On Independence Day, and you clearly stated that soup has a constitutional right to protest. But right before I let the cheerleader come in, I would just say you're absolutely right. It is you right to protest, but is protesting on country's Independence Day the right idea? Who would take you serious? Come on, Josephus, let's be smart about this. Everybody go even at home going celebrate like bro Independence Day. And we're going to do protest. What are you serious? What are you serious? I mean, why is your right of protest? But at the same time, I mean, we here to celebrate. Let's go celebrate our 20th day for when finish now, we'll come out now, and then we'll talk about Sue on a protest. So I do think that why is Sue has the right to protest about job and justice. It's the wrong day, buddy. It's not 20th day. It's a very, very wrong day. Like we're celebrating in Buchanan about Buchanan being light up. They're excited about that. And then you can't say like you can't say you can't protest. What are you serious? Man, we have seen, bro. I always say I respect Sue as one of the most engaging student union in Liberia. At the same time, I feel like Sue has lost its credibility, its credency. I mean,
Why?
when Sue had the like of Senator Yang Tuayen, Martin M. Kula, those guys were fighting for the right thing. You just mentioned the issue about the president not giving you a job, bro. Your U.S. export minister is a very very young president, right? And when she came on board, she recruited young people. Those people that are complaining about jobs that are protesting right now, how many of them are qualified to be hold position? Man, everybody won't work out a job. Right, but we'll save that for our primetime Friday. Let's not go to the time. Let's go to our brother back home. But they talk to us about the whole super dead thing.
Josephus, the thing about the protest yesterday, it didn't make sense. It didn't yield any fruit. It was just a waste of time. There wasn't anybody around the streets. People were home in the communities, having fun in Monrovia or to some beaches, parties where they had where they had their Independence Day celebration, either on the beach, on the field, in the community, children parties and stuff like that. People were not doing anything yesterday. So Soup had a free roll, wide open, walking around town where nothing was happening. We were not paying much attention from us. They didn't pay attention to the protest. We just saw it because online. So now you just see different TVs carrying different things. You skip through, you pass, because we're focusing on the messages that came from the Independence Day. There were wonderful messages yesterday at the Independence Day. Tomorrow I will be talking about the oration from the orator. I'll be talking about that on my program where we Liberians we didn't hear much or we didn't hear any negative statement from the orator. So no one is flying around with his message. Tomorrow we'll read the orator's message and we analyze it on my show. But to be frank, we're following messages. One of the messages that I really enjoyed yesterday when President Parker said that we will read or recover our history, those precious memories like the archive, the museums, things that we think has been lost. The culture, especially the original Kennedy Jackson that I used to teach children how to dance culture, and most of the culture kids you see passing around the line from there, even the adults, people that in the legs of Ambassador Judy, and then even in Balawala, who is now the new cultural ambassador, they learn from that place. So if the president says we will make sure that we recover our heritage, things that will make tourism one of the best in Liberia, that will draw people attention. Look, the message from the religious advisor to President Trump, Paula White, look at that woman came all the way here to Liberia to celebrate with us. We are in Grand Bassa celebrating and jubilating, talking about the history and how Liberia can move forward. A place where we went, we didn't see much of opposition, or we didn't see any major opposition political party. That was so sad because Liberia is for Liberians. It is not for a ruling government or ruling party. It is for Liberians, and all of them should have been there. They should have been there. Okay, these are places that people will capture them and say, "Oh, the other president, former president, is now coming for independence. Oh, the other opposition leader is here. He just arrived. We didn't get any." As people were arriving, journalists were introducing them. So we saw those things. We didn't hear anything about opposition leader being part of the program. I don't know whether they were waiting for a special invitation or whether they gave them special invitation and they did not come, or whether the government didn't give them invitation. But as a that bureau, we don't even need invitation to celebrate our own country. Once you are a former leader, you have the opportunity to be there. Or you're a opposition political party, what stop you from going to your program, your country's program, where you know that you're going to be recognized? Forget about the issue of soup protest. That was just something to stir themselves off in Monrovia, make people to notice. And the world wasn't watching. You know, usually when they have those kind of protests and things, you can know from the views. If you follow the views or the comments on a how you call it on a spoon network, you won't see much Apple spoon. I mean Apple the protest. You won't see much views. Go there and see. All the views were in Buchanan. And I'm so excited to have the diaspora. Let me praise the diaspora ranging from Europe, UK to the US. Oh, it was like they were already in Liberia. From one state to another, everyone had it. Their celebration. Wonderful, wonderful celebration. And those are people who are buried in US passports. But they came outside to celebrate from where they come. From where they come, they came outside to celebrate. Like we were yesterday or on Sunday. Some of them began the weekend from Friday to Saturday and Sunday. Some people leaving one state, driving to another to celebrate the independence. It was worth celebrating. And trust me, I can tell you that the 180th will be a blast. It will be a blast. Because I think Liberians are trying to remove that mentality of if I'm not there, no need. If I'm not there, or it's not once it's not my party, I'm not there. Or once it doesn't affect me, and Liberians are trying to, or I don't want to have anything to do with Liberia. People are seeing reason to go back from where they came from to celebrate their origin. They are seeing reason to do that. And I'm glad that it's happening under this administration. Let's lay the drugs issue aside a little bit and celebrate ourselves as Liberian. This country has lived. It has lived. They have laid down a lot of things. We know that these things are happening. And before, I'm sure today was dedication to the president went out to Sarai, to Bangai, to dedicate. I'm very sure before the weekend, we were it was. Besides that, the president has spoken before on a 90 million jobs. There's an investigation ongoing already. So we can use only that to distract us from the main issue. Our main issue is with celebrating our heritage, our independence, 1847, when no one was recognizing this land. Only few slaves who would call themselves the, how you call them, ACS. Those were the few people who recognized that started coming in and out, in and out. And they saw the need to say for these people, it's like nobody here colonizing them. So we can just work with them and see how best we can push them into independence so that they can be able to stand on their own and we can work with them. When people didn't care to colonize us, a lot of our countries around here, around us in our region, were colonized. And it took them years. We've been free for a very long time. We've been a free nation since 1847. From 1822, when the settlers came, to 1847, it was so shocked when you look like king of freedom and decided to do things on her own. We know it has not been roses and bread butter. We had a civil war that came in and caused a whole lot, and it was a long civil war. But we still standing and telling the stories. So the Liberia celebration yesterday was a unique celebration that caught the hearts of Liberians all was alive. And that is what we must, that's what we must be happy about. We must be proud of ourselves that we can join this kind of celebration this time around and see our Liberian brothers and sisters in the diaspora making history and making their children. Some of those kids were never born yet. They don't know where Liberia is. Only their parents born here. But see how they came up. I saw an interview in Minnesota. One lady was saying the interviewer was asking, have you been to Liberia? She said, no, but I would love to go there. So, seeing that our Liberians in the diaspora are educating their kids, bringing them out to showcase that they are Liberians and making them to feel that Liberianization. And you understand, put it in the big English, it feels good. It tells us that wherever we are, and the South Africans, they say, no matter where you are, remember the road that leads you home. So that's a great thing that Liberians can be proud of themselves for. That anywhere we are, we can celebrate ourselves. You understand? So that is it. A lot of good things happened in Buchanan yesterday. Yeah, a lot of good restoring our cultural heritage, bringing the peace. Look at the pastors, the choir, how they sang beautifully, and they even sang the national anthem, the cultural troops. People coming in, even in Monrovia. Look on Saturday and Sunday, the LRB branch. See how the young people celebrated. So when they enjoy themselves, nothing but happy to any of them. They enjoy themselves on SKD. They were so happy listening to the original Liberian music. All Liberian artists were there showcasing. That we worth it. It just showed that we worth celebrating. And that is what we are glad to say as Liberians. To be frank, we appreciate the fact that we're able to celebrate in a very unique form and manner our own 179th Independence Day. So we want to take a closing statement. Ambassador Grams, let's take a closing statement. We have 3 minutes to go, or 2.5 minutes to go on the show to say goodbye. Let's take a closing statement before we depart.
Yeah, so thank you. I hope you hearing me in studio.
Yes.
Thank you. So we have listened to diverse voices from the Independence Day celebration, how we Liberians celebrate the Independence Day. Like one thing I will always say and like to say to our fellow Liberians is we always come together to show forth our colors. That the red, white, and blue, how we generated those red, white, and blue, and how Liberia struggle from the founding stage to the stage of being independent. That's one thing we should be grateful to God. Actually, I love the protocol that have been held during the Independence Day celebration, wherein there was a Thanksgiving service held at the First United Methodist Church in Grand Bassa County. In everything we do, the Bible says we should, while our good or bad, we should be able to say, thank you, Jesus. So we are grateful to God for the 179th celebration of independence. And we are grateful to the president and the vice president, other cabinet ministers, especially representatives and senators who took upon their time to get to Grand Bassa County to celebrate this wonderful day. So we say thank you to every one of you that are listening to us at Central TV. let's say thank you, and we will continue to bring you inspiring news, inspiring talk show that will make up your day, that will ease your stress, and that will bring you laughter. So we want to say thank you, Honorable President and Vice President, and let's say thank you to the Honorable Senate Pro Tempore, Senator Nyomli Kaka Lawrence, for hosting this year edition of the birth anniversary of Liberia. So thank you all so much, Madam Manager for Central TV. And let's say thank you to our many listeners. Nothing much to be said. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Okay, folks, that's how we like to leave you tonight on the short analysis of this special edition on Sandra TV. We're just analyzing the Independence Day celebration. More will come out tomorrow and this week. A whole lot happening over the weekend, and we got a whole lot to discuss during this week. So all our programs this week will be coming up from the Independence Day. Thanks for joining us. We wish you a wonderful, wonderful evening. And my name is Vivian Cook. I'm the host of Inside Liberia, and I was joined with all or most of our colleagues on different shows here this evening to celebrate, to discuss, or to analyze what unfolded in Grand Pasco County over the very long weekend from Thursday of last week to yesterday. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. We'll say goodbye right now to you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Goodbye.
See you
Goodbye.
later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Don't forget.
Happy birthday to you again. The night is still on.
Ah,
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
thank you so
Okay,
much,
see
Madam
you quality
Manager.
time. See you quality.
Yeah,
You
okay.
there?
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Studio coordinator, you there? Coordinator, you can just log out Ambassador Grams while I get the coordinator to close up on here. Coordinator, are you there? Coordinator, are you there to close? Want to leave you this evening right there on the show. And we'll be right back tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, for a fresh edition of Inside Liberia. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.